Well, you must first and foremost recognize that this lockdown is very different from the first one. The last lockdown that we had, we had to lock down the whole country. And that is why we had to take some of those measures, because we basically locked down the whole country and the whole economy. This time, luckily, some counties have done extremely well. And the rate of positivity was not the same across the whole country. So we were able to narrow it down and lock these, I think there were five counties. The rest are still functioning as per normal. And it is our hope that within that 30-day period, and hopefully even sooner, when we are able to bring that curve down, like I said, to below 5%, that we shall be able to resume. And that is why we have not locked down, like I said, we have not locked down the economy. We have locked down specific areas that have been mentioned by our health experts as being the areas of super spreaders. And that is public events. That is where people, more than 50 people gather. That is why bars have been closed. That is why churches have been closed. But the rest of the economy is still going on. We have not closed our markets. They are still operating, all within normal operation times. We have not closed down factories. In fact, factories are still operating on double shift. Yes, so we have a problem in the hospitality sector. We possibly also will have a problem in the entertainment sector. And we will look to see how we can work together to support some of these sectors. But that will have to be on an issue-by-issue basis, because it's not, when you talk tax, you talk about the whole country. You're not talking about a section of the country. So we will have to look at whatever measures that we can take that can specifically apply to within those particular counties. We have, for example, in Nakuru, where they have said there will be no licenses, it will be paid, because that is how they are going to cushion the business operators in Nakuru. We hope the other counties will also do similar interventions, so that the levies that people have been paying and so on and so forth, are waived in those counties that are affected. So it will have to be a case-by-case basis, because this is not a national lockdown, and we cannot do different tax measures, for one county as opposed to another. This is what I...
All right, thank you, Mr. President. My name is Gina Kiroi from NTV. My first question is to do with the hospitality sector. Are there any specific incentives that are going to be put in place to cushion those?
I think I've just answered that.
In terms of domestic travel, because there's still that issue of domestic travel, of flights chartering from back and forth. Are there any specific incentives for that sector? And my second question is, with what happened with the third wave, political rallies were banned, but we saw double standards several times. What's going to be done differently now to ensure that when you say political gatherings are banned, they are banned and no one is going to go through with them? So, yes, thank you.
Let me put it to you this way, because I think it is a reverse question. I think that you have a huge responsibility to show out those people who are breaking. That is why, specifically today, when we went to launch these roads that we were doing, when we went on the inspection site, we have actually done it virtually, only with the company of the Right Honorable Prime Minister and yourselves. We didn't call in the general public. We counted on you, and we thank you very much for being able to accompany us, so that other Kenyans are also able to see and to take note of what is happening. So I think that is all I can say, that we will do everything we can, but we will also depend on you, members of the Fourth Estate, to help us to show up those who will flaunt these rules, and we will ensure that anybody who does, action will be taken against those people. We want to be able, and we can work, we can do all these things like we have spent the day with you, without necessarily breaking the COVID rules. So have shown that it is possible. We can work within that framework, and we hope that others will do. And those that don't, there will be no differential in the measures that shall be taken against them.